Good night.
Be well.
Good night. I
Seek
will.
help.
That's a much better exit.
You right.
Good night.
You right. And
I
you
love
think
you.
you look better?
Bye-bye.
Do you think you look better? Do you think that you fixed the situation? Because you're sitting here looking stupid.
I
Hold
don't.
on, I'm trying to get the music off. Let me see if I get the music off. Hold up.
You look as a mother, Jackie.
If you don't get
Hold on.
wanted to give you an opportunity to clean your name up. If this
I
how you
need
want
to clear my name up?
Chantel, listen. If this how you
I need to
if
clear
this
my
is
name
how-
up?
Girl, stop.
Do you hear yourself?
Stop.
I need to clear my
I'ma
name
say
up?
this.
Please say it.
Now I'm gonna say this. Kids, shout out to the kids, right? Shout out to the kids. No, wrong one. Shout out to the kids. Kids who have their parents in their life and parents who have their kids in their life. Kids, what we need to understand is our parents are never gonna think they're wrong, right? It is what it is. Let me just put that out there. Our parents are never gonna think they're wrong. They're gonna think they did the best that they could. Debatable, but it is what it is. And shout out to KB. KB said I would have never with my mom. She was too good. And AO said, whoa, here we go.
And record it while you at it. So you can run it back to Dad and Douglas and continue to lie to them and tell them that what happened didn't happen.
Shenny.
So that when they see this, they see you for the violent individual that you are.
Stop.
No, I'm not gonna.
And I wish I could make it louder, but that's as loud as it goes. Here we go.
And I'm not gonna let up. And I'm
Well,
gonna
guess
speak
what
to
And it's the thing. So she asked you to stop and you said, I'm not going to let up. I'm not going to stop. Okay, so you made a choice. Now, when you make a choice, sometimes you got to deal with the consequences. Now, like I said, don't put hands on nobody. Me personally, I tell my parents, hey. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. I'm too old now. Don't hit me. Don't start. Don't do that. I'm look at you crazy.
every single time. I have zero respect.
I want you to get up and
Okay,
leave.
so look, right here. Like I said, we did this video before. But like I said, she said I have zero respect for you. So like I said, when you say something, you got to stand on that. So for example, if I go out into the streets with a random person, I tell them, or we arguing, or let's just say a person I know, and we arguing, and I say I have zero respect for you, Ninja, like I said, they're going to get affected, especially if they know me. Let's continue.
Get up and leave my room.
Zero
okay,
respect
bye-bye.
for you. Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank
Just
you.
leave. You look very
Thank
cute.
you for wasting my time.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, girl.
Bye-bye.
Have a great night, girl.
Bye-bye.
You
I
have
will.
a good night, girl.
Good night, sweetie. Good night.
Be well.
Good night. I
Seek
will.
help.
That's a much better exit.
You right.
Good night.
You right. And
I
you
love
think
you.
you look better? Do you
Bye-bye.
think you look better? Do you think
Shenny,
that you fixed the
Shenny, no,
situation?
I
Because you're
don't.
sitting here looking
I don't.
stupid.
I don't.
Look
And it's about to pop off. It's about to pop off. Here we go.
how you
I
look
don't.
as a mother, Jackie.
If you don't
Look how
get
you look as a mother.
Get out of my room.
Don't touch
Shenny,
me.
I will not.
So look, she hit her first. Y'all seen that, right? She touched her first. Now, like I always tell y'all, if y'all put hands on somebody, bro, you better be ready to fight. Don't touch people. That's why I tell people don't touch me, Ninja. Because if you touch me, Ninja, it's on sight, Ninja. Not all the time, but depending on how I'm feeling. Like, okay, for example, if I have to take a dookie, it's probably not on site. But if I don't have to take a dookie and I just ate and I'm fully recuperated, Ninja, I'm fully hydrated, Ninja, you touch me, Ninja, I'm looking at you like, you just put your hands on me. You just put your hands on me. And that's what's going off in my head. And my fist is starting to close. And like I said, Ninja, I got to do you some violence, Ninja. Here we go. Oh. Do y'all hear that? Oh, hold on. My bad. Here we go. Let me run that back. Here we go.
If you don't
Look how
get
you look as a mother.
Get out of my room.
Don't touch
Shenny,
me.
I will not.
Don't.
Bitch, I'll knock you out. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. No,
I don't mean to laugh, bro. Shoot, shout out to AOL said, maybe my exit because this is stressing me out. Shout out to KB. KB said, provoked in my opinion. She said, I'm gonna stay for you. Yeah, bro, like I said, bro, don't put hands on nobody, bro. Here we go.
Hands on me? That's the end of it. That's the end of it. That's the end of it. You put your hands on me.
I'm going in my room.
Shout out to AO. AO said the fact that this is on camera knowingly though. Yeah, Ninja, yeah. Clown World. I be trying to tell y'all Clown World, so you gotta laugh, but I guess it's reality TV. That's the point of reality TV. It's people that like that kind of ish. You feel me? Here we go. Oh, hold up.
Jackie, call Dad. You goofy as
Yeah, bro, I could never, bro. I could never. I mean, never say never. Never say never. All right, so we showed you guys the clip. Let's go back to Instagrams, and this is what she had to say about the situation. Because like I said, she provoked the situation, in my opinion. in our opinion, collectively. Here we go. Let me run it back. Here we go.
I've been through a lot of experiences in my life, and that doesn't excuse my behavior.
At least you know.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
You hold full accountability.
Absolutely.
For your behavior.
Absolutely. When I got to that door, I could have and should have turned around and walked out of it.
Clown world. But they probably did it for the cameras and shit. Who knows? Here we go.
1000%. When I seen in real life outside of these cameras, you're not going to take accountability. You're not going to acknowledge what you've been doing all season long. Right now, to the outside world, we both look like fools. I just need to go.
Hold up. Now, I don't know about this both business. Not to be mean, you look like the fool, okay? And it's okay. It's okay, like I said. Or shout out to KB. KB said they get paid to fight. They get paid to fight too. Yeah. Your mom looked normal, Ninja. She defended herself. Ninja, you put your hands on your mother. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Yeah, bro, you can't put hands on your parents, bro. Elderly people, Your parents, That's why you just kind of leave them alone when they start to get affected and stuff. I'd be like, all right, I'll talk to you later. They'd be like, oh, what's the problem? I'm like, no. You ain't finna sit there and make my head hurt because you got your own issues with me. Goodbye.
I couldn't do that. For the first time in my life, I'm toe to toe with who I feel like was my first bully, and I'm not backing down. I don't. Something in me I was spiraling. And that's what you see play out.
Yeah. Womp womp, Ninja. Womp womp. Here we go. And the reason why I say that, like I said, don't get me wrong. We see all victims here. Okay, we see all victims here. I'm saying, bro, you can't be going through something and take it out on other people, bro. I always say that because you can't bleed on somebody else just because you have your own personal bullshit. That's not cool. So even me, I'll be trying to catch myself. Hey, I can't bleed on you because if I bleed on you and it's my fault that I'm bleeding on you, we have nothing to do with it. Now you just got blood on you, Ninja, okay? So you can't bleed on somebody because you have something that you're dealing with. Now, like I said, I don't know the full story and how you feel about your parents and all that kind of good shit. But what I am saying is, yeah, man, you can't bleed on somebody else because you're going through something, bro. That's not fair to the other person. Here we go.
People think that because I haven't come out and said, I apologize to my mom for this, that I think that I've been through a lot of experiences in my that I was right in the altercation or in what happened. There are plenty of instances and times during this season where I was wrong, where I could have removed myself, where I shouldn't have engaged. Absolutely. I understand that. I'm not delusional.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Here we go.
I know it looks that way, and I get it. It's fair. You guys can only go off of what you see. Like you said, yeah. I get it. But
now the real question is, did you apologize to her in private, right? Now, if you apologize to her in privacy, it's all good. But if you ain't apologize to her, Ninja, you got what was coming to you, my ninja, okay? You got what was coming to you, brother. Well, sister, shout out to Day-Dem. Here we go.
I know what I have experienced since the start of filming this show. And that's what I think that people fail to realize. When I'm on the show and I'm talking about her taking accountability and apologizing and so on and so forth, I'm talking about stuff that's happening right now at my...
But what the hell, boy?
Big age at 32 in Los Angeles, on these cameras, off these cameras. I'm talking about right now in this season. I wasn't even talking about my childhood.
But what the hell, boy?
And that's why I say at 32, you got to get over yourself, bro. Ninja, I've been over myself since 20. I got over myself since 20. I'm going to say 26, Ninja. 26, I said, okay. 26, I said, okay. Maybe it's me, Ninja. Maybe it's me. It is what it is. But I'm going to still be me. But I got over myself. You got to get over yourself, big dog. Here we go.
Now, if we want to tell the backstory and you want to understand better how I kind of came to this place of not being super close, that I was right in the altercation or in what happened. There are plenty of
Hold up.
with her. We can do that. But what I was searching for this season was not her to go back and say, you know what, I shouldn't have talked to you like that when you were a kid. I shouldn't have such and such. That was not what happened. And it
Oh, another thing too, guys. Like I said, when y'all hear me say these things, guys, I'm healed, but at the same time, I'm broken. So I'm a broken object that was fixed up, not replaced. I was fixed up. So for example, you see, like when I hear the things like, for example, closure, ninja, I gave up on closure a long time ago, bro. Okay? I don't want closure from nobody. So like I said, I'm not the best example. I always say that. Me personally, I ain't worried about no closure. It is what it is, ninja. That's how you feel. Stand on that shit. That's why I tell you straight to your face. And that's with anybody. Like I said, like my homies, we done got into it. And they would tell you, like if I was to bring them on the show, they would tell you, hey, bro, didn't I tell you? That's how you feel. Stand on that shit. They'll be like, yeah. That's what he said. So when they come to closure, I ain't worried about no goddamn closure. Now, like I say, they say women are emotional. I feel like men are more emotional than women, which is always confusing to me because it's like, bro, how are we mixing the two? But yeah, they say women need closure. I'm just like, bro, I feel like ninjas need closure. I don't know. But yeah, me personally, I don't give a damn about no goddamn closure, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro. It is what it is. Shout out to KB. She said it. She took the words right out of my mouth. Here we go.
not come across that way on camera at all. So that's something that I have to live with, but because I know my truth and I know my intentions, that's the only thing that is keeping me afloat right now. With her, we can do that. But
okay,
you walked into that room, Chantel. What was your
y'all hit the like button and answer the poll. Here we go.
sole intention that you wanted to get out of that conversation with your mother?
And I think she was trying to get a reaction. Okay, but here we go.
I didn't go in there really with any intention. You have to understand.
So you came there to start shit. That's the shit I'll be talking about, bro. That's why I leave people alone, because I'm like, hey, if we're not gonna actually get to a solution, I'm not finna sit there and pop shit with you for no reason, bro. That's what I call clown world. That's clown world. I don't do shit like that. But like I said, I'm a very straightforward person. I'm a little bit different. I don't do no shit like that, bro. But like I say, she's a woman. She's a woman. And I'm not saying, y'all know what I'm saying. I mean, she's a woman. So we may think differently. And even then, she's a different human being. We may think differently. Me personally, as a person, I ain't finna sit there and not go into a situation with no expectation, no kind of objectives. But that's just how my brain wired, you know? So maybe that's how she want to do. Yeah, here we go.
Understand that the confrontation that happened in the hotel room came right after us sitting down on the terrace, and I had on the black suit, and she walked away and said, you know, when the teacher is ready or whatever, the student will appear, whatever it is that she said. I know she was reading that before she walked in that scene, because she.
Now, one thing I will say, sometimes parents, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Sometimes, dog, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Shout out to the parents. Are you in here?
Hello.
Bro, now I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes, bro, parents, bro, y'all don't got the answers, bro. Y'all don't got the answers, bro.
You need to leave.
Y'all be saying shit, bro. Like, sometimes my dad used to say some shit to me. I used to look at my dad like, I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, oh, well, you know, it just is what it is. Oh, like, you know, when people say, look, at the end of the day gotta end.
What the hell?
What?
Oh my God.
What?
No way. Yeah.
Sometimes my dad would do me like that, and he's like, oh, Adam, leave me alone. He's like, at the end of the day gotta end. I'm like, bruh,
But what the hell, boy?
what are you talking about? What does that even mean? And he's like, you don't get it. If you don't get it, you just don't get it. I'm like, all right, well, I mean, I get it. But in my head, I really didn't get it. But yeah, sometimes parents, I ain't got the answers, bro. And that's okay. You're not supposed to know everything. You know, becoming older is realizing that your parents don't actually know anything. They're winging it just like you, and it's okay. And they act as if they know everything, so that way when you get to that point and you get older, you can do the same thing for your kids. So shout out to the parents, man. Yeah. They ain't got no clue, bro. They have no clue. They're winging it just like you. And then they tell you, they act as if they know. They got no clue. They got no clue. So give them some grace. Here we go.
Wanted to come across very poised and like in exactly how she came across. You understand what I'm saying? I know that that this was prepared in her mind. So when I went up to the room, I'm like, girl, what you got for me today? Like, I'm already mentally checked out in my mind because here, we're not gonna get to the nitty gritty of how we got to that point this season. So when she's asking me, well, baby, what is it? And everything that you and Dustin were saying, you're not asking me because you really want to know. You know what happened. You were here. I'm not talking about my childhood. I'm talking about right now on this season today. Well, we weren't cool before this. I don't know. You tell me, were we cool before this? Because if we were so cool, why would you do that to me?
Another thing too, parents, y'all got to stop doing this thing where y'all be mad at y'all kids, bro. Because, you know, you see the potential in your child that your child doesn't see in himself or herself. And I understand trying to push your child in the right direction, but don't turn around and be all crazy and shit because your child doesn't know better. I always try and tell people that. Parents, always remember, your kids don't know better. They only know what they know until you tell them otherwise. Other than that, they don't even know. Then until they start teaching themselves, they have no clue. So give them some grace as well. Here we go.
It's not adding up. And now I am spiraling. Now I do feel crazy. Now I do feel all of these things because what? No. Mm-mm.
So when she said get up and leave, and that's a much better exit.
Again, you're in your producer role. You don't care that I'm your daughter. You don't care that I'm really for real upset in real life. You don't care all of the things that you've done to me leading up to this. Now you're sitting here and you're producing this scene. That's a much better execution here. We're not gonna get to
Shout out to AO. AO said, I feel guilty all the time for knowing this planet was jacked up and still chose to have kids. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, it's a tough decision, but I mean, you have to, part of humanity, you know, part of humanity is creating, is procreating, you know, creating life. So it's just something that we all have to deal with. You just got to teach your kids. Like I said, when I had my kids, the reason why I'm waiting is because I want to have bread so that way I could teach them to defend themselves. Because I felt like I wasn't really taught to defend myself. I had to learn to defend myself. I mean, my dad did a couple things, you know, but it wasn't a main factor. My dad wanted me to defend myself with my brain, whereas I wanted to defend myself with my physicality. But my dad knew with the society that we lived in, I can't defend myself with my physicality because if I did, I'll probably be in a coffin somewhere, ninja. Yeah, I'll probably be in a coffin somewhere. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna teach my kids to defend themselves. I'm also gonna teach them to defend themselves with their brains, but both physicality and mental. And also, I want to get my money so I can keep my kids away from the flagrants and the vagabonds of this society. Here we go.
Okay, sweetie, like, yeah, I am saying things to her, but do you not realize that she's saying things back? Like Ming said out of her own mouth, Jackie cannot be bullied. I was not bullying her. I treated her in a way that watching it as a daughter, I shouldn't, correct? I understand that. But this person is not innocent. She's not sitting here like this meek mother that's like, why would you do this to me? Why are you treating me like this? You playing in my face like I'm a stranger in the street, so I'm treating you the same way. Why do I have to?
Let me see.
That was a really dark time, and I know that.
All right, so like I said, man, you know, she's just going off, and she's saying her piece. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. And shout out to the core, man. Y'all stay up, man. Don't get, you know, life will try and bog you down, if that's the correct way to use the word. Life will try and bog you down, man. Y'all got to keep going. Like I said, even me, I'll be tired, but I'll still be pushing. And the reason why is because you got to keep pushing. Even me, when I have my kids in the future, I'm going to have to push even harder. So like I said, keep pushing, guys, even when it's slow. You know, even when you're tired, keep going, take you a little break. Keep on going, because it don't stop until you in the casket, okay? Until you in the casket. But past that, I mean, y'all seen what it was, man. You know, that's the whole interview. If y'all want to go watch that interview, y'all can go on Instagram and find it. Shout out to the producer, and then shout out to Christie and Jackie. Past that, we got 67% of people saying not all parents, but some parents are our first bullies. And we have 33% of people saying put your kids first. Shout out to everybody that tuned in, man. That's it for tonight's show. Like I said, tomorrow and Sunday, we coming in here at like 8